Good morning, chameleon wranglers. It is a nice and rainy day today, but at least I have a patio that I can do a little bit of work under. And I have been working hard on these planter box cage designs. You are about to watch the second episode of the DIY Chameleon Guides where we talk about this design, and James helps me optimize the design that I've been doing for about 9 years. And so this is the first of this new design, and I'll just give you a basic idea of what it is. Let's see. All right, there we go. So you see it can move around. Let's see, I've locked a wheel, but it's got casters on it so it can move around. And nice handles here. And what it's designed to do is to take this standard screen cage and, let me get that, and I put it on like this. And then I'm able to fill this with soil, and I'm actually able to garden inside of there. And you'll see I'll have a nice big plant, a nice vine in the middle, put a lot of branches in there, and this allows me to keep chameleons outdoors pretty much all year. And since it's on casters, I'm able to move it out of the sun into the shade, depending upon what the weather is. And so I'm very excited to finish this up. I'll be showing you some steps of the way as we go, but check out the next episode of the DIY Chameleon Guides, episode 2, which is going to be coming out actually today, right after this vlog. But you know what we can do? We can go and see how chameleons deal with the rain. So let's go ahead and find some chameleons. You know, this may not be as fun as I thought it would be. I can't find anybody. They don't feel like being found. Remember I talked about how I plant these densely? Well, yeah, so when it becomes raining and stuff like that, they just disappear. They don't want to be seen. So there's a big veiled chameleon that lives in here. I guess, you know what? It is kind of miserable out here. I don't think I'm going to try to... Oh, there he is. Yeah, he's not happy at all. Yeah. Hello, dude. Can you at least look up and say hello? Yeah, okay. He just wants to be left alone. All right. All right, that wasn't as fun as I thought it might be. But one thing I did promise you is that I was going to introduce you to the Eurypletus fantasticus, the Satanic leaf-tailed gecko that was going to go into the Arboreal XL enclosure that is usually behind me. And so since this is a pretty miserable day out here, how about we go inside and take a look at the gecko, see if we can find him. All right, this is at least the temporary enclosure for the Eurypletus fantasticus, and it's always difficult to find him. He's bouncing around at night, but during the day, he goes someplace to hide, and it's been very difficult for me to figure out where he is. This here is a prototype of one of the enclosures that will be coming out with the Custom Reptile Habitats Arboreal line. And so I am going to try to find him, and so I can show him to you.
A few moments later.
All right, folks, it was a long search, but I finally found him exactly where I didn't expect to find him. Let's go take a look. So I looked in all of the leaves up there, and where did I finally find him? Would you believe? In this log down here. There he is. Do you see him? Right at the end there. That is, and if you're saying, wait a minute, I don't see anything. Well, there he is. You can see his tail. See if I can get him out. Yeah, unfortunately, That's going to be tricky because that's his tail right there. And I don't want to go in. Wow, that's going to be hard for me to get my fingers in. The thing is, you don't want to, their tails will drop, so you don't want to put any pressure on their tail. So let's see. Dude, you gotta come out and say hello to everybody. He says, I do not. I don't know, you guys can't even see his shape because he's hidden in there. You little dork. All right, well, I guess this just creates a possibility for next vlog and see if I can actually get him out. So anyway, there is his absolutely gorgeous tail. These tails, you may have trouble figuring out exactly where the tail is, and that's because they're meant to look like a dead leaf. And all of those chunks taken out of it, that is grown naturally. This is exactly how his tail grows. So they actually grow looking like a dead leaf that has decayed a bit. And so this is one of the incredible adaptations of the Eurypletus fantasticus. So, okay, we will bring him out a little bit later for another vlog as soon as he makes it a little bit easier for me to do. All right, a little bit of an update on this. Let's get a good view of it. This is the Arboreal XL from Custom Reptile Habitats. And this is where the carpet chameleon, the dart frog, and the fantasticus are going to go in and live. Now, the one thing I'm going to change is this wall right here. Up there is where the basking lamp is going to be. And so I am going to build up a wall here. It's going to be like a cliff wall, so the dart frogs can hop along and get some altitude, so to speak, and they can get closer to the basking lamp if they want to. And so I'm going to be removing this pot here. Actually, I'll probably be integrating it into the wall, but what I need is I need surfaces so the frogs can jump up and climb all the way up. And yes, dart frogs do that. I have had these vivariums before with all sorts of things on the walls, and they use all of the opportunities to climb that they are given. And so these branch anchors, which come standard with the enclosure, that's going to be a real help to be able to anchor in this pot. And I'll probably use sponge foam. So anyway, that is coming up very soon, as soon as I find all of the appropriate material, and then we'll all do it together. There is the Tradescantia Nanook, and that's a variety that was developed in the Netherlands. So very beautiful. I love it. I love it. Love it. And that's my Cebu Blue Pothos, and my maiden hair fern, my jewel alocasia, and then back there is a philodendron. And this is a Hoya, a waxy type plant, heart waxy. And this, and I put this closer to the heat lamp, the basking lamp, than something with delicate leaves like these guys. So they get bright light, but where there's going to be more heat and more desiccation, I have leaves like the Hoya, which are going to be more resistant to dehydrating because they have that waxy surface. All right, I am excited. We got new leaves coming in. So yeah, I've got to figure out how to do construction without messing with my poor alocasia. It's doing great. But wait, what do we have here? We have Spearmint up on his branch, his silkworm request branch. And so I need to go get silkworms for him. Now, for those who are new, good old Spearmint back there. I am trying to train Spearmint to request silkworms. And so every time Spearmint gets on that particular branch, I give him silkworms. And so the question is, can I train a chameleon to request silkworms? And so we're about to see. Now, his normal food is dubia and superworms. And so I use silkworms as the special treat. And he seems to like them so far. So I'm going to go get those silkworms.
All right, let's see how he feels. I'm hoping that when I put my hand in the cage, he is excited for it. So let's see what his reaction is. Hey, Spearmint. Oh, no, he's not. He wasn't expecting it, but he said, hey, wait a minute. So I don't know if that training's working. Maybe he's just hanging out up there. But at the very least, and make sure he's rewarded. We will work on that training. And here's a close-up of Spearmint, because he is just such an awesome chameleon. Spearmint is a shamrock chameleon, Kaluma O'Shaughnessy.
All right, it has been a rainy day, so I haven't gotten as much done outside as I wanted to. But oh well, that's the way it goes. But I got to get those planter box cages done because I want to be ready for springtime when more chameleons are going to go outside and enjoy the unfiltered sunlight and the natural breezes. So I want to thank you for joining me for this vlog this morning. Remember that the next episode of the DIY Chameleon Guys, episode 2, is coming out right after this vlog. Of course, if you're watching this at some future time, it doesn't matter. But the rest of us, we get together at 5 a.m. in the morning, every morning for the vlog. In the chat, it's a live chat, and it's a lot of fun. And of course, you're invited. As for me, I've got some chameleon cages to clean, so I better get on to it. Have a great day. Be excellent to each other. I'll see you tomorrow.